All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin. All right, welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. We're back again with another live stream, bringing you the latest in Chelsea news, Chelsea discussions, Chelsea everything, man. Chelsea transfer news as well. I know the transfer window is over, but still some bits and pieces that are floating about. But we're not really here to talk about the transfer news. We're here to talk about a couple of things that's floating around. Of course, the injury crisis that is hurting our football club. I really want to talk to you guys about that. What's going on? Yet another player, someone we have just bought in the transfer window that's just closed. And we were so excited to see this particular player after the international break, but it is not going to happen. Roméo Lavia most likely is probably not going to feature for a little while, so we'll wait for the latest in that particular news. But it seems like it's not looking good, bruv. It's not looking good, bruv. J Money Ben Chill will play today. Yes, I might do a watch along for that. Let me know if you guys want me to do a watch along for England versus Ukraine. I want to do a watch along. I want to see if Mikhailo Mudryk. By the way, is Mudryk been selected by Ukraine? Can someone let me know? Has Mudryk been selected by Ukraine? I think it will be interesting to watch Mudryk. I'm not even sure if Mudryk's going to start, to be honest. I don't think he will, but we will see if that's the case. Let me know if you guys want me to do a watch along for that. Happy to do that. I think I want to watch it as well. But the biggest news, ladies and gentlemen, at the moment in the Chelsea community that's floating around is Elye Wahi. Elye Wahi has come out and he's spoken the truth. And do you know what? I'm glad he's done this. I'm actually glad he's done this. I want every single youngster that we are linked with from now till later on in the future, whatever the case is, I want these youngsters to be quite cautious about what they're doing with their career. I don't want any of these youngsters to just go, oh, Chelsea's after me, so I'm just going to sign up. No, we are genuinely, Amias is saying, let's do the watch along. No problems. We'll do the watch along. I'm watching the Chelsea Legends game. Nice. The Chelsea Legends game is actually on the Fifth Stand app. You have to buy it. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe I might buy. Maybe not. I don't know. If I'm doing the watch along for the England game, I think the Legends game is after the England game. So yeah, it's $10. I mean, it's not that expensive, so I could buy it. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see if we how keen you guys are to watch that one. But coming back to the Elye Wahi news, ladies and gentlemen, smash the like button, guys. Nearly 100 of you guys are live already. Let's pick up those likes up to 100 immediately. And if you're here for the first time, subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. Let's pick those likes up. Very, very important for the growth of the channel. If you want the channel to do well, you've been a massive supporter of the channel, then smash the like button, guys. Don't forget to do that. Okay. Elye Wahi has come out and spoken from the heart, and he said, you know what, no regrets, more or less not really interested either to join Chelsea just for the sake of joining Chelsea. I'll tell you exactly what he said. It's over here. Let me just bring it out, and then let's have a discussion about it. And do you know what, as I said, I'm actually quite happy with these youngsters now being cautious about a move at Chelsea, because it's clear as daylight that what we're doing is we're stockpiling all of these young talented superstars, young kids, and potentially some of those young kids will have their careers damaged at Chelsea Football Club. There's no doubt about that. Some might make out to be superstars, and we'll probably sell them and make some money out of it, but majority of them will get their career destroyed here. I'll tell you straight up, they will get their career destroyed here, because we're not Borussia Dortmund. We're not Brighton. If I'm a youngster, I'm thinking about going to those clubs. I'm thinking about going to Brighton. I'm thinking about going to Borussia Dortmund. I'm thinking about going to Monaco. I'm thinking about these type of clubs, because they will genuinely give me an opportunity if I'm a youngster. I'm not going to Chelsea because look at what we've done. Look at what we've done. We brought in Andre Santos. Who's impressed in the preseason. And we've sent him away. We've sent Andre Santos away to where? to Nottingham Forest. To Nottingham Forest that has 36 players in their roster. 36 players in their squad. Probably more. So good luck for Andre Santos. We're on the process of destroying his career as well. So these young players, they have to be very, very careful. This is what Elye Wahi said, ladies and gentlemen. Elye Wahi speaks on the failed Chelsea move. Chelsea, I didn't want to go there just for the sake of it. I don't have any regrets. And you know what? Good on him. Good on him. Seems like a smart guy. Seems like a smart player. I wish now we got him. Because we need smart individuals. We need smart individuals. So, look, he's probably got better chance by going to wherever. I think he's ended up going to where did he go? Where did Elye Wahi go? Did he end up going to Elye Wahi? Elye Wahi. I think he ended up going to a different club. I just don't know where. Elye Wahi. Where did he go? Where did he go? Where did he go? He ended up going somewhere. I just don't know. I know some of you guys are probably going to put that out in the comments. Lens. Yeah, Lens. He's gone to Lens. June 2028. June 2028 is his contract till in Lens. So good on him. Absolutely good on him. And hopefully he shines. But yeah, this is the real truth. And you know what? I want more youngsters to think like this. I don't want them to just come to Chelsea Football Club because it's not guaranteed. It absolutely isn't guaranteed. Cesare Casadei, he's in Leicester. But don't forget the kind of midfielders that we already have at Chelsea Football Club. Enzo, Caicedo. Do you know what I mean? Gallagher's not gone yet. We've got Ugochukwu. So, some of the youngsters that we used to have, like Lewis Hall, who, was a midfielder who transitioned into a left back for us. He's left as well. And don't forget, there were other youngsters that we don't even talk about anymore. Do some of you guys remember Harvey Vale? How many of you guys remember Harvey Vale? Harvey Vale, not last season, because last season was crazy. I don't even know where he was last season. I think he was in Hull City last season. He never even got a game. The season before that sanctioned season, the new ownership season, Harvey Vale, I still remember he featured against Brentford and he took all of us in surprise. We're like, oh man, he's the next up and coming superstar coming from Cobham. He looked really good. Where's Harvey Vale now? Where's Harvey Vale? I don't even know where he is. I swear to you, I don't even know where he is. I think he's in some sort of championship team on loan, but I don't. If you were to ask me which club, I've got no idea. So what's our responsibility? The thing is, we've got too many. We've got too many youngsters. And I'm telling you right now, majority of them won't make it at Chelsea Football Club. Majority of them. Probably 1, 2 maximum will make it at Chelsea. So these youngsters like Elye Wahi and whoever else, now we're looking at Antonio Nusa. Antonio Nusa is another one. Omari Hutchinson. Omari Hutchinson. He's at Ipswich Town. He's at Ipswich. We bought him last summer. And we already, I don't know what our plan is with Omari Hutchinson. So all of these players, if I'm them and Chelsea's approaching me, I would tread carefully. I would be looking at Brighton. If there was a choice for me to join a Premier League team, a team that's going to give me chances, I'd be joining Brighton. Because they genuinely give. That's their model. Brighton's model is to give unearthed, talented players a chance. And then they clean up. Absolutely clean up with their sale. And some may go from Brighton and probably fail. We don't know. Look at Cucurella, for instance. He's left Brighton's come to Chelsea Football Club, and now all the Chelsea fans out there want Cucurella gone. But what's the point? Brighton's already made the money. Even though Caicedo, I'm fully expecting Caicedo is going to be working out for us 100%. But Caicedo already has come to Chelsea Football Club. He's made 2 errors. One, giving away a penalty, against West Ham, and 2, the goal leading up to Nottingham Forest. So hopefully Caicedo can change that around. But that's Brighton's model. That's what Brighton do, right? We don't do that. We don't do that. We're not in the business of providing young players massive opportunity. Yeah, we do. We'll have young players like Enzo Fernandez is a young player. Caicedo is a young player. Cole Palmer is a young player. Yeah, we will give those. Like, you've got to be supremely talented. You've got to be supremely talented to get a chance at Chelsea Football Club. And even then, some people are like, Miz, oh, but, Chelsea owners, they've done such great job in getting players like Enzo and Caicedo. Surely we're in the business of winning titles. That's what we do. It's not just about stockpiling kids. We're in the business of winning titles here. Yeah, of course, the caliber of players like Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez gives you that indication. But don't forget, the players like Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez will hold their price regardless. They're superstars. Even if these players stay at Chelsea and Chelsea don't win anything, Enzo and Caicedo will have elite value. Don't forget, we've got long-term contracts on them. If they are ever in the market, we will make quite a bit of money out of them. So we may not make the 100 million for Caicedo and Enzo, but that doesn't matter, because every season that goes and every year that contract goes down, depreciates, the book value goes down as well. So ultimately, even if we can make somewhere around, I don't know, after 2 seasons or 3 seasons later, even if we can make something around 80 million or 90 million on any of these players, we'll probably be in the positive. And the one thing that I can definitely say about our board and our owners, they're very savvy business people, man. Every single one of most of the players that we sold this summer that just went in the window, we've plugged in a sell-on clause on them. So don't worry about Chelsea making a loss in any of these players, because we won't. We're very, very smart in doing business right now. I think we're more focused on doing business as opposed to doing business on the field. 4 points out of 4. So we're not very smart on the field. Vinayak, Miz, it is clear now that we have just stockpiled random youngsters in the name of project and process and blown hundreds of millions doing so. There is no guarantee of these players working out. There isn't. There really isn't. There absolutely isn't any guarantee of these players working out, because they're all young players. And there isn't a body of work that we can look from these young players and say, yeah, they will work out. We hope they work out. We absolutely hope they work out, but we don't know. We are praying to God that it works out. And we have to be patient as a fan base. We have to be very patient, because some of these youngsters will make mistakes. Some of these youngsters won't be consistent. And the consequence of this is we will suffer. Our results will suffer. Look, if we were seriously thinking about winning trophies and titles, we would be going for seasoned players. We'd be going for, players that have had years and years of experience. In their prime, we'd be looking at 27, 28-year-olds. We're not going for 27, 28-year-olds. Raheem Sterling was the last one, really. We didn't even go for Madison, because he was above 25. So we're not going for players that are seasoned. We're just not in that business. And this policy could be detrimental. But I know why the owners are doing this, the board is doing this, because they feel there's no value, there's no sell-on value for these players. You buy a 28, 29-year-old, for instance. There's no value, there's no sell-on value. You can't sell them. So But you can't just influx the entire team with youngsters as well. You have to have a balance, man. You just have to. Milo, okay, if there's a better person who has a blueprint of a successful club is Vivel. Red Bull Leipzig has already done what Brighton are now attempting to do, and in Bundesliga have been a success. Fight for top two. Yeah, look, we can adopt this style. We can definitely adopt this style, but this style this style doesn't generate trophies. Generally it doesn't generate trophies. Now, every now and then you may get lucky and pick up a trophy here and there, but it doesn't equate to, like, for instance, Brighton or even Dortmund, with all this stuff that they did last season, how close they came. Even then they couldn't win the trophy. They could not win the Bundesliga. And then they sold Jude Bellingham, right? So this model from Dortmund, this model from Leipzig, this model from Brighton, and many clubs do this same sort of selling model, right? They generally don't win anything. Monaco was doing that. If you guys remember, Monaco was doing that as well once upon a time with, your Bakayokos, your Bernardo Silvas, your Mbappe and Fabinho, Mendy, Benjamin Mendy, I think. Monaco was doing all of that. But Monaco didn't win stuff during that time. So we will see. We will see where Chelsea's future is going. This, ladies and gentlemen, after the international break, the five matches that are lined up, it will tell us where our future is going for this season. If in those 5 matches we drop more points, forget it. In the next coming 5 games after the international break, if we win 5 out of 5, we can all sit here and say, do you know what? I think we're serious. So it will paint a good picture. It will definitely paint a good picture. Okay. Constantine, thank you so much for the generous super chat. Before we talk about the super chat, ladies and gentlemen, we're well over 220 people live right now. Smash the like button. Let's pump the likes now. Let's take a moment. If you're enjoying this conversation, enjoying this discussion, I'm going to pick up some of your comments very, very soon. Smash it. Let's pump those likes up to 200 immediately, please. For the growth of this channel, and if you enjoy the channel a lot, smash the like button. And if you're here for the first time as well, subscribe. Let's race towards 29,000. Let's not dilly-dally around. We're very close to 29,000. Let's subscribe to 29,000. I love to see this. This is brilliant. We're already up to 70 likes. So we're very, very close to 100 likes already. So that's fantastic. Good to see that. Constantine, thank you so much for the super chat. Who's even doing the due diligence with these loans? Do we know if our player is what the club needs, or are we just sending players for the sake of it? Hutchinson, Santos, Gabriel, all limited minutes at the moment. So true. And don't even worry about these players. Obviously, these are the ones that we're thinking, yeah? These are the ones that are in our head. Let me tell you another player that, and we're going to come back to this, obviously. Hutchinson, Santos, Gabriel. Let me tell you another player that the fan base, all of those academy fanatics, those academy enthusiasts were going mad for. This guy needs to start. Sell Kovacic. Sell this guy. Now, this young academy player needs to start. I'll tell you which one. I'll tell you which one right now. I'll tell you which one. Let me showcase to you. I'll bring it up on the screen very soon. This one, let me see if you guys can guess. Let me see in the live chat if you guys can guess. This guy was like very highly spoken about, and he's on loan. He barely plays. He's on loan. Cobham Academy player. Okay, let me now bring it up. I'll give you guys a chance. Who am I talking about? Let me know who am I talking about. Harrison's got it. Harrison has got it. All right. It is Charlie Webster. Do you guys remember Charlie Webster? How many of you guys remember Charlie Webster? A lot of you guys have forgotten about Charlie Webster. A lot. I'll tell you right now. Plenty of you guys have probably forgotten about Charlie Webster. But Charlie Webster was spoken very highly about, to the point where some parts of the fan base was saying, now sell Kovacic, sell this guy, sell that guy. Angerin is another one, yeah. But Angerin's got injury issues. Charlie Webster has been talked very highly about. Very highly. He's gone to Heerenveen. Did anyone know? Did anyone know Charlie Webster has gone to Heerenveen? Contracted till 2024. So next season, he's gone next season. He's 19 years old. Guess how many minutes he's played for Heerenveen this season? Just guess. Give me some numbers. Give me some numbers, live chat, while I bring this up. Andrew as well. Didn't have a clue. Yeah, Webster. Money maze. 0 minutes, someone said. I don't know this guy who is Webster. Logan don't even know who Webster is. This is how we are stockpiling all of these young kids, right? 90 minutes. I knew 0. He played 70 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. 70 minutes so far. Scored a goal, though. Scored a goal, which is fantastic. 1 red card as well. 70 minutes so far. So he was on the bench. So 4 matches, 70 minutes. He was on the bench against Walwijk. Against Utrecht, he played left wing, played 12 minutes. Then he was on the bench. And then Go Ahead Eagles, left mid, 1 goal, 58 minutes. So let's see how his career goes. Let's see how his future goes. But, we have to be very, very cautious about where we're sending our youngsters, what we're doing with them, because what's the point? What's the point in having all of these players and getting nothing out of it? But looks like we are getting something out of it. Like, for instance, Diego Moreira, the particular player that we bought this summer from Benfica B squad, we're already starting to make money out of him. Diego Moreira was a free transfer, and we've already made 2.5 million euros out of his loan deal for Lyon. So maybe that's the policy. Maybe we use it. This is like human trafficking. Footballer trafficking. We're doing human trafficking here. We're buying all of these players and we're doing human trafficking. But yeah, coming back to this particular super chat, Hutchinson, Santos, Gabriel, Angela Gabriel barely features. Let me bring out Angela Gabriel. Like, I don't think he features at all. I think he comes off the bench sometimes, but he barely plays. Let's have a look at Angela Gabriel. Angela Gabriel. Let's have a look at Angela Gabriel. Angel Gabriel has played 66 minutes, 3 matches. I think for the first one, he was there from the get-go. 9 minutes. Then he played 31 minutes against Monaco. Then he was on bench, and then he played 26 minutes. So, we want these players to start. We need these players to start. They can't just be playing these 9 minutes, 31 minutes, 26 minutes. And I get it. The season is young. I understand, but we have to have one eye on some of these players and how they're developing. Like, for instance, David Datra Fofana. David Datra Fofana is starting. David Datra Fofana plays on a regular basis for Union Berlin. He got injured recently, but I think it's just a knock, so he should come back. But some of these players need to play. Andre Santos I feel it's a big mistake. Andre Santos to Nottingham Forest, I'm concerned. That he's not going to get any game time. At least with Cesare Casadei at Leicester, I think he might turn into a superstar over there. Casadei could actually turn into a superstar. So we have to be very, very cautious about how they're going. And I'm going to keep a track of it. I'm definitely going to keep a track of it. Nicole, good to see you. Newer here fan base talking highly about Webster. Trolls, yes, did talk about him to annoy us. Yeah, perhaps. All right. MIS is saying they should do all these transfers behind a curtain so that we will not raise our expectations. Limitless is in the house. Chelsea's going to mess up their career. I truly think a lot of them will get their careers messed up. A lot of them. And this is why I need some of these players to be very, very concerned about where they're going and be careful. Like Elye Wahi coming out and speaking the way he did, I think it's right what he did. Like, what would have Elye Wahi done? He would have come to Chelsea. Then what? We've got David Washington. David Washington's another one. What's the plan with David Washington? 18-year-old. Just putting him in our team. Is he going to get game time? I don't think so. Armando Broja, he's going to come back from injury. We've got responsibility to give him minutes as well. We'll see what happens. Nicholas Jackson himself is very young, so we need to make sure that he turns out to be the player that we think he's going to turn out to be. Tariq, do you remember when they said only the players who has future will go on loan? Yeah. So hopefully these players, they have a future. Only the players that will have a future will go on loan, which is fantastic, but we need to be careful where we're sending them. Very, very careful where we're sending them, because no point in sending some of these players on loan and they don't even play. Rovi, Dujan Richards started for Jamaica last night, had a good game. There you go. That's another one. Whisper, I think his name's Whisper. He's another one. By the way, has he got to move or is he at Chelsea? Is he playing for the academy? Can someone let me know? Mark, Miz, this squad will finish 8th. Develop this team and let them grow. Stop with the we must, we won't. So, brother, this is the approach we got to take. You do realize, Mark, we've not challenged for the title for now. It's going to be nearly 2016-17, right? So almost 7. It's going to be 7 years. We've already not challenged for the league for 7 years almost. Now you're telling me this squad will finish 8th. So we're already not in Champions League. Don't forget, Mark. Don't forget we're not in the Champions League. Finishing 8th, will not be in Europe again. Forget about Champions League. We're not even going to be in Europe altogether. Do you know how much that's going to hurt the football club financially? I don't think you realize finance, Mark. I really don't think you realize finance. We're going to be in deep trouble. And do you think finishing 8th with this squad is going to go well with players like Enzo? Enzo isn't here at Chelsea Football Club to keep finishing 8th. 12th, 8th. He's not here to do that. Enzo is here to win trophies. Enzo wants to win trophies in his career. So you've got to be very careful. You have to be very careful. You got to somehow make it to the... And coming 8th, by the way, here's another financial issue. Not making it to Europe is a financial issue. You know our sponsor, Riyadh Air. Riyadh Air will only become our sponsor if we make it to Champions League. Have a read of some of the news. Look how difficult it is for us to get sponsors now. 4 matches in the Premier League, and we haven't got a sponsor. Yeah, now we're getting close to Infinite Athlete, but 4 matches in and we still don't have a sponsor. When you don't perform well, no one wants to be with you. That's the bottom line, right? Top Gunnar, thanks so much for the super chat. Let's all laugh at Chelsea. Look at these guys, man. Look at this guy. What sort of super chat is this, man? Milo, okay, no, Miz, you didn't get him. Poch is trying to set up a win system, but he doesn't have experienced players like with TT. So it's better to develop and drill players and let them play, then we will win. Yeah, no, I get it. I get what he's trying to say, but it's not going to cut it, man. It simply won't cut it. We have to somehow make it into the Champions League positions. It's just a must. It's an absolute must. So we can sit here and talk about, the squad's just not there. No, we've got talented players still to at least make it to at least be 5th. We've got talented players to at least be fifth and make it into Champions League. We do. And if we don't get that spot, I think that is a major downer on Pochettino. Let's be honest, ladies and gentlemen. Mauricio Pochettino is a very good manager. But let's not sit here and pretend as if he's some sort of an elite manager. Mauricio Pochettino is not an elite manager. Clear cut and simple. If we are sitting here and actually think that Mauricio Pochettino is of a different caliber, different level, you're fooling yourself. You're fooling yourself. We only got Mauricio Pochettino for the time being is because we've got a lot of young players and he works well with the young players. But Mauricio Pochettino, I'll be surprised if he's able to win anything with us. I really would be. I'll be very surprised. I think Mauricio Pochettino will take us to a particular level, hopefully, and he'll keep us there. And then we need a elite manager. Elite. Chelsea Football Club needs like a Pep, like a Jurgen Klopp, whoever is the next big thing. Obviously, we'll never get Pep and we'll never get Jurgen Klopp. Whoever is the next big thing we need to get. We need to get. So if you're sitting here and actually think, Mauricio, he's magic, I see so many fans in the fan base talking like Mauricio Pochettino is some sort of an incredible level manager. He's not. He's a good manager. But in order to compete against the likes of Pep and Jurgen Klopp, it ain't easy. And you can already see he's already struggling against David Moyes and the Nottingham Forest manager. You need a winner. You need a big-time winner. That's just my opinion. All right. How do you think you have a team capable of finishing fifth? There's some good individuals with potential, but they're not a team, nowhere near a team yet. Well, this is where the manager will have to do their magic, right? This is where Pochettino has to show what he can do. Pochettino needs to. There's a lot of money that's been invested. 1 billion has been invested in this team. Pochettino has to somehow get us to fifth. Bare minimum. Bro, there are not too much top managers, not players out there. Football is dying, mark my words. Fair enough. Xavi Alonso is next. Xavi Alonso is doing well, man. Bayer Leverkusen's playing some top football. This is a Bayer Leverkusen that was near relegation point when Xavi Alonso took them over. Xavi Alonso took them over when they were near relegation point and took them to the. I think Bayer Leverkusen, I think, is in the Champions League, no? I think Bayer Leverkusen's in the Champions League. So, and now Bayer Leverkusen's flying. Xavi Alonso could be a huge manager. We'll keep an eye out. We'll definitely keep an eye out. Ms. May, so we sacked Poch after 1 year? I didn't say that. But if you actually believe, Mark, that Poch is going to win stuff, then kudos to you, brother. Kudos to you. Poch is not of that level that he's going to. Do you know how difficult it is to win the Premier League? And you're thinking Poch is going to do that. No, we need to actually build a team. Personal opinion, the board bought wrong. We lack experience and need to build that experience. Yeah, well, building experience don't happen so quickly. Building experience takes time. What you're talking about is going through an Arsenal style of project where, Mikel Arteta, 4-5 years, and Arteta still hasn't won anything. People act like Arteta's won so many, like he's won it all. Arteta's completed football. Arteta's won nothing. He's only won one FA Cup. Until Arteta actually wins something, then we can say, okay, yeah, let's go and follow that footstep, follow that progress. Arteta's won nothing. And there isn't just one blueprint, one way of doing things. There's many different ways of doing things. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Means you're setting yourself for disappointment. There's no big managers available right now. Carlo Ancelotti aiming Brazil. Yep. With 1 billion spent, I can't believe we didn't buy a proven striker. Well, I think we wanted to. Looks like all of that information about what's his name? Taiwo Onyewi. Maybe there's something there. All right. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about Chelsea injury crisis. Chelsea injury crisis. That's another one. On top of all the suffering, we must suffer. We are suffering. On top of all the things that has happened to our Chelsea Football Club, 4 wins. I wish it was 4 wins. 4 points out of 4 matches. Losing to West Ham, losing to Nottingham Forest, and all heap of injuries. Now throw in another latest injury, ladies and gentlemen. Levi Colwell. No, hope not, man. Touch wood. Hopefully Levi Colwell doesn't get injured. Roméo Lavia. Roméo Lavia is injured, ladies and gentlemen. Roméo Lavia is injured. And it's a sad news. It's a very, very sad news. Looks like he might be injured for a little while. And yeah, looks like he's going to be injured for a while. And most likely more of Galadog in midfield. More of, I don't know how Poch is going to set up. I don't know what the future of Ben Chilwell is. I don't know where Cole Palmer is going to play. But no Roméo Lavia. Are we gonna actually play the 4-2-3-1? Are we gonna continue with 4-3-3 with Ben Chilwell as left wing? Now the midfield of Caicedo, Enzo, Roméo Lavia. I thought maybe we could get something. Do you know what I mean? Maybe we could dominate the opposition. You know. But this is sad news, man. And the way people are talking about Roméo Lavia, he might be gone for probably till at least December. Like they think it's an extended injury. He's not going to be ready for a little while. People talking about let's give Leslie a chance. Yeah, let's. But you best believe it's probably going to be Conor Gallagher getting a chance. It won't be Leslie Ogochukwu. It'll probably Conor. Roman, thank you so much for the super chat. Hansi Flick or Joachim Low. Hansi Flick's a good shout, probably. We'll see what Hansi Flick does. I don't like wishing injury on players, but why can't someone like Chilwell? Oh my God. Brother, what are you saying, man? What kind of a talk is that? Why do we have to wish he gets injured? Why can't our manager just see that he's not fit to play left wing? Why can't our manager just see that let's try him in left back? And if he's not good enough, if our manager doesn't rate him for left back, then drop him. But it looks like our manager has kind of cornered himself on this one because our manager has put him as a vice captain and now he's captain because, you know, Reece James is injured. Poch has cornered himself with Ben Chilwell. Ben Chilwell must start. Abba is saying, as usual, CG hated Conor Gallagher hatred from Miz as usual. Hatred. Brother, what does the word hate mean to you? Can you tell me? What does the word hate mean? Do you know what hate means? Like when you absolutely despise someone, you don't wish good for them. You know, you see them and you get very, very angry and aggro. I got no issues with Conor Gallagher as a human being. Conor Gallagher is a good person. But Conor Gallagher is not Chelsea level, man. You need to understand. If you don't understand that, then you probably hate Chelsea. If you don't understand that Conor Gallagher is probably not Chelsea level, then you don't like Chelsea. You're a hater of Chelsea. You don't want Chelsea to shine. You want Chelsea to be 12th. Abba Baba. He wants Chelsea to be mediocre. What has he actually done wrong this season that you keep on moaning about, Miz? What has he done? The only thing he's done well is he's off the ball. Why don't you tell me in a nice message, what do you think he's done well for our team that's got 4 points out of 4 games? You tell me. You try and explain to me what Mr. Gallagher has done for us to be so good that we are 4 points from 4. You tell me. You tell me. You won't be able to tell me anything besides. I'll tell you what your answer is going to be. I'll tell you what you're going to tell me. You're going to tell me, Miz, he's got a lot of energy. He runs around. He covers a lot of ground. He keeps things very simple. Basic passes. He makes interceptions. He gets stuck in. Brother, these are very basic attributes. If you're excited about that, then brother, you might as well follow. Birmingham. You might as well follow Birmingham. You might as well follow Norwich. You might as well follow some of the championship team because they'll give you all of this. The quicker you wake up, wake up from your sleep and realize what level of a footballer, what level of a team that Chelsea needs to compete in the highest level, the better it is for you. You tell me which team in the top 6, top clubs, Gallagher would start. You tell me. And we are trying to compete against some of the top players. So, Harrison, honestly, Miz, off the ball work is a cop out. He's not good. It's what he does on the ball that counts, and he doesn't do anything. There you go. Tell this to Abba Baba. Abba Baba running his mouth. Abba Baba running his mouth. This guy. But you don't want Chelsea. People like Abba Baba, they don't want Chelsea to succeed. They don't want. They want to see Cobham rise. They want to see Cobham rise. For them, Chelsea could go 70 years without a title, but if there's a Cobham player in the Chelsea lineup, they get a mad hard on. They get a hard on. Absolute hard on. They're not here. They're not interested about Chelsea winning nothing. They could care less. They could care less. But a lineup of 11 players from Cobham, Abba Baba was one of those people last season when we finished 12th. He was probably happy because Gallagher played a lot. Because Mason Mount played a lot. I'm not here to replicate 18th, brother. I'm not here to replicate 12th. Abba Baba, when we had Drogba, when we had Anelka, when we had Flora Maluda, when we had, Ashley Cole, when we had Peter Cech, when we had Lampard, when we had, Terry, when we had, that legends, the legends that are going to play today. When we had those players, Abba Baba probably hated it. He said, nah, man, this is ridiculous. We win always. I don't like it. I don't want this. I want more kids. McCachran. You remember McCachran? He probably would have wanted McCachran in. All of those brothers in. Alabama didn't celebrate back then. He didn't celebrate. He didn't like the success. This guy, bro. Some people are just... Oh, but what did he do wrong? Have some standards, man. Have some standards. J Money, play Chilwell midfield and Martson left winger, Gallagher off the bench. Yeah, Chilwell's talking about playing as a striker soon. Chilwell thinking about playing as a striker. Mad. Mason Mount didn't play a lot last season. Part of the reason he was sold. He played quite a bit in the initial parts. until his uh, until his contract stuff came into fruition. That's when he stopped playing. So yeah, Gallagher, big tasty. Thanks so much for the super chat. Gallagher is average player, not Chelsea player. Yeah, like people, if you don't know this, then you will never know nothing. You'll never know nothing. The squad is way too young and inexperienced. They need to build chemistry and get used to each other. Yep. This guy, look at this guy. Haj is another superstar. Haj is another hero. Another hero in the live chat. We got quite a few heroes in the live chat, huh? Lately, all want to be heroes. Means you're going to be watching the Sideman charity match. It's tomorrow, isn't it? Yeah, I might watch it. But yeah, we're going to wrap things up, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button before you go. Let me know if you guys want me to do a watch along. I'm going to do a poll here. Let me do a poll. Let me know if you guys are going to be going to be watching England versus Ukraine. Do you guys want a watch along for England versus Ukraine? I'm going to do a poll. Get the likes up to 100 plus. We've got 300 people live right now. Get those likes up, ladies and gentlemen, and participate in the poll straight away. I want to see how many votes we get. I want to see if you guys are going to be watching this match. Already 33% are not going to watch it. Let's see how this poll goes. Well over 300 people live participate in the poll straight away. I want to see how many people are actually keen to watch this match, and based on that, I shall do a watch along. Yeah. Pump those likes as well. Get those likes up to 100. And yeah, we'll go from there. Last commentary. This is dedicated to Abba Baba and Haj. It's true, Gallagher is not Chelsea standard. To make it easy for people to understand, which top 4 team has a player like Gallagher? None. This comment is dedicated to Haj and Abba Baba, the heroes of the live chat today. Let's everyone give them a round of applause. Hero attributes from them. Good job. All right. Looks like a lot of you guys will be watching this match, so we're going to do a watch along, which is fantastic. Make sure you smash the like button, and if you're here for the first time, subscribe as well. And yeah, smash the like button. If you don't want to subscribe like Abba Baba and Haj, you don't have to. I've got no issues with that kind of stuff. Until next time, everyone, take care and see ya.